Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to discuss molecular formula. So in problem letter A, an organic compound is found to contain 92.25% of carbon and 7.75% of hydrogen. If the molecular mass is 78, what is the molecular formula? So first thing we need to do is you need to find the empirical formula first. So in letter A, so the carbon has a 92.25%. So in carbon, they have a 92.25 grams of carbon. And how about in hydrogen? They have a 7.75%. So in hydrogen, they have a 7.75 grams of hydrogen. So we need to multiply by each molar mass or formula mass. So 12.01 grams of carbon times 1 moles of carbon, and you need to cancel out that, and then 1.008 grams of hydrogen and 1 moles of hydrogen. So we need to cancel grams of hydrogen too. So we need to get their moles. So in 92 is a 92.25 grams divided by 12.01 is equals to 7.681. Okay, 92.25. So 7.681 moles of carbon, and then 7.75 divided by 1.008 is equals to 7.812 moles of hydrogen. It's a hydrogen, right? Okay. So which is a smaller? Here, this is a smaller moles. So in carbon, they have a 7.681. So 7.681 divided by 7.681 is equals to 1, and hydrogen has 7.812 divided by 7.681. 7.812 divided by 7.681 is equals to 1.01. So the empirical formula, therefore, the empirical formula is equals to carbon as a substrate of 1 and hydrogen as a substrate of 1 too. So equals to CH. So, and the question is, what is the molecular formula? So the molecular mass is equals to 78. Okay? So the molecular mass of a compound is equals to 78, right? So find the molecular mass of CH. Molecular mass of CH equals to 12.01 plus 1.008 is equals to 12.01 plus 1.008 is equals to 13.01 grams per mole of CH. Okay, so X times 13.01 is equals to the molar mass, which is 78, right? So 13.01x equals to 78, and divide both sides by 13.01. So x is equals to 78 divided by 13.01 is equals to 6. So 6. So the answer is 6. And this 6 will multiply on empirical formula, which is the CH, right? So CH times 6 is multiplied by 6. So let's put a subscript. So 6 times 1 equals to 6, and 6 times 1 again equals to 6. So that is the molecular formula. Okay, that's it. This is the molecular formula is C6H6. Okay, so let's begin in letter B. How about letter B? If the molecular mass of an oxide of nitrogen is 108 and 4.02 grams of nitrogen combined with 11.48 grams of oxygen, what is the molecular formula of this compound? So let's begin in letter B. Right, in letter B, we have in nitrogen we have a 4.02 grams of nitrogen, and in oxygen has 11.48 grams. So 11.48 grams of oxygen. So we need to multiply the molecular mass. So divided by 14.01 grams of nitrogen times 1 mole of nitrogen. And here 16 grams of oxygen and 1 moles of oxygen. So cancel out by each, equals. So 4.02 divided by 14.01 is equals to 0.286. 0.286 moles of nitrogen. Okay, and 11.48 divided by 16 is equals to 0.71. 0.7175 moles of oxygen. Okay, so which is the lower, which is nitrogen. So in nitrogen we have 0.286. 0.286 divided by 0.286 is equals to 1. And how about in oxygen? And oxygen has 0.7175. 0.7175 over 0.286 is equals to, so 0.7175 divided by 0.286 is equals to 2.50. 2.50. So we need to multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 again. So equals to 2. 2.5 times 2 is equals to 5. So the answer is, the empirical formula is equals to N as a subscript of 2 and oxygen as a subscript of 5. So the nitrogen pentoxide. So but the question is, we find the molecular formula. So we have a given mass, which is 108 of nitrogen oxide. So molecular mass is equals to 108. If you find the molecular mass, which is the molecular mass of dinitrogen pentoxide, so 2 times 14.01 plus 5 times 16 is equals to 108. So X times 108 is equals to molar mass, which is 108 again. So 108 X is equals to 108 Divide both sides by 108. So cancel out. So x equals to 108. No. It's 1. Sorry. It's 1. 108 divided by 108 equals 1. So in N205, N205 times 1. So 2 times 1 equals 2. And 5 times 1 equals 5. So this is the molecular formula. Okay? And how about in letter C? Right, in letter C, the formula mass of compound is 92. Analysis of compound shows that there are 0.608 grams of nitrogen and 1.388 grams of oxygen. What is the molecular formula? So, as we said, we need to find the empirical formula first. In letter C, so we have a nitrogen. So in nitrogen, we have a 0.608 grams of nitrogen, and oxygen has 1.388 grams of oxygen. So you need to multiply that. Multiply and molar mass, this is 14.01 grams of nitrogen and 1 moles of nitrogen. Multiply this to 16 grams of oxygen and 1 moles of oxygen. So divide both, cancel out by h grams. So 0.608 divided by 14.01 is equals to 0.04339 moles of nitrogen. So 1.388 divided by 16 is equals to 0.08675 moles of oxygen. Okay, which is the slower? The lower is nitrogen. So in nitrogen has 0.04339. 0.04339 divided by 0.04339 is equals to 1. In oxygen has 0.8675. So 0.8675 divided by 0.04339, so equals to 2. So the empirical formula, so nitrogen has 1 subscript and oxygen has 2 subscript, is equals to NO2, so nitrogen dioxide. So the question is, what is the molecular mass? The formula mass of nitrogen oxide, which is 92. So 92. Formula mass is equals to 92. So we need to find, so the molecular mass of NO2 is equals to 14.01 plus 2 times 16 is equals to 46.01. So x times 46.01 is equals to formula mass, which is 92. So you put 92 here, and 46.01 x equals 92. Divide both sides by 46.01. Cancel out, so x is equals to 2. 92 divided 46.01 equals to 2. So in nitrogen dioxide, multiply by 2. So you put subscript 1. So in nitrogen, 1 times 2 equals 2. And on oxygen, 2 times 2 equals 4. So this is the molecular formula. Okay, please like and subscribe.